People talk about gender euphoria like it's a finish line, as if once you've had the surgery, found the right outfit, or changed your voice, you'll finally get to stay there, forever affirmed, forever complete.
I find that advice patronizing, simplistic, and all candor uninspired.
In my experience, and in the experience of hundreds of my students, that's not how it works. Gender euphoria isn't a destination, it's a practice. And today, I want to show you what that really means. So get ready, we're getting touchy-feely. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher. Over the past few years, I've helped thousands of trans people explore and transform their voices through voice training alone. But voice is just the entry point. It's a way of accessing the feelings we're really seeking. What we're really talking about is comfort, confidence, and joy. And hey, guess what? That's what gender euphoria is about too.
What a coincidence.
I've had top surgery and a hysterectomy, and believe it or not, neither came with a choir of angels or a sudden gust of gender enlightenment. Instead, they've both given me something better. These small, everyday moments where I catch myself feeling right. After top surgery, I remember sitting at my piano, breathing in to sing, and suddenly noticing how light my chest felt. I actually let out a mirthful laugh because of how good it felt. Even now, when I think back to what it used to feel like to breathe pre-surgery, I get this gentle wave of euphoria. And it still happens, especially when I'm running. When I'm fully in the moment, no music in, just me and the rhythm of my breath, I feel this overwhelming sense of freedom. And that kind of clarity feels like euphoria to me. And then there's intimacy. After my hysterectomy, something shifted there too. And okay, this might be TMI, but knowing that pregnancy is off the table for me means that there's nothing hanging over those intimate moments.
It's one less thing to worry about.
It's just me, in my body, feeling safe and feeling present. I did not expect that. I didn't even know I could feel that kind of peace, but now that I do, it shows up all the time. A quiet moment, a hand on my chest, a still breath. And that's when it hits me. This is it. This is gender euphoria. And it keeps showing up right in the middle of my ordinary life. A lot of my students come to voice training with one big goal. I just want to stop being misgendered.
Give me the...
And listen, I get it. That is a valid goal. Being misgendered sucks. But the thing is, voice work rarely gives you one giant breakthrough moment. What it does give you is a bunch of tiny wins. These small, sometimes unexpected shifts that slowly change how you feel in your body and how you relate to your sound. One of my students told me the real euphoria kicked in when their voice stopped feeling like a performance and started feeling like a choice. And then again when it stopped feeling like a choice and started feeling automatic. Another student described ordering coffee and not getting served as a blip of joy so bright it carried me for days. Not because they'd reached some vocal finish line, but because for once, they were heard how they wanted to be heard. And these are the kinds of moments that matter. Not a perfect voice, not a magical before and after transformation, just a vowel that feels good, a sentence spoken without flinching, a laugh that sounds like you. That's gender euphoria too, and it doesn't wait for perfection. I think a lot of trans people are taught, either directly or indirectly, that gender euphoria is something you have to earn. Like suffer enough, change enough, check off enough boxes, and then you get to feel good.
It's trash.
But I don't buy that. You don't need a perfect voice or the right surgery or a complete after photo to feel at home in yourself. It's fine to want those things, but they do not make you any more or less worthy. You can be exactly who you are right now and still deserve moments of joy, peace, and pleasure. You can love where you are and still want to keep going. Both can be true. For so many of my students, voice training ends up being less about fixing something and more about reclaiming their voice as a part of themselves. Not something to hide, not something to endure, but something to enjoy. And that's the shift. Gender euphoria isn't a reward for getting everything right. It's something you can notice, practice, learn to believe in, and come back to again and again. So yeah, gender euphoria, not a finish line, more like a recurring side quest. You don't have to level up before you get to enjoy it, though it may still involve taking on a couple goblins.
In your mind.
You don't need to hit 100% voice confidence or unlock your final gender form. You're allowed to feel good now, even if it's just in a moment of reflection about how far you've come.
We've come a long way.
This video is based on an article I wrote for the queer wellness magazine, Embrace Living Your Best Queer Life, edited by Leanne Terry. I'll link that below if you want to check it out. If you're working on your voice and want support, I've got a free webinar called Change the Gender of Your Voice, No Hormones or Surgeries Required. I'll link it below also. Check it out if you want some guidance and a few practical tools to start with. All right, that's all for today. I've been Renee, and I hope this helps. I cannot believe I'm going to share this on the internet. What the damn, lots of has happened since I wrote this.
Yeah, lots of that I think, you know, whether you're trying to be like, do I live my life or not, like it gets to you.
Yeah, I know. A laugh that sounds like you. That is a transphobic
That's a
siren.
transphobic siren.